Hi, I'm Steven.
And I'm Steve.
This is Cherry Knoll Whiskey Reviews. Today is day 4 of our tastings, which means 9 days left until Christmas. Get stuck right in.
Oh, yes.
Any guesses?
Whiskey.
Whiskey?
Yeah. I feel like there's gonna randomly be a scotch in here just to kind of throw it because we've only ever done bourbons and some rye.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna throw a scotch in here
American
at some point.
whiskeys is all we've done so far.
Right.
Smells dark and fruity.
Yeah. Yeah, it smells like a fruit candy.
Yeah, it's very floral, fruity sweetness.
Yeah.
A lot of dark fruits.
It smells incredibly familiar to me. But I'm just trying to think of what it smells like.
So, once again, we will be doing 25 points for aroma, 25 points for taste, 25 points for availability, and 25 points for cost or value.
I'm getting a little bit of nuttiness too, which is interesting. Like a very I don't know if this makes sense, but like a fresh nut. Like I don't know how to make sense of that.
Fresh?
Like a raw almond versus a toasted almond, or a raw, or something like that. I guess fresh isn't the word, but
I'm getting a little bit of raisin.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like a port. I'm getting a port wine.
Oh. Yeah. It's like a fruit cake.
Yeah, fruit cake.
It smells a lot like fruit cake.
Going back to your nuttiness, there's a pie, a nut pie.
Oh, like pecan pie?
Pecan pie.
Yeah,
because that's got bourbon
caramelized.
in it.
Yeah, some do. Yeah.
Well, my mother has bourbon, so for Thanksgiving she asked me for a bourbon. I was like, okay, here you go.
Your mom makes such good food, dude.
Baked goods. She makes amazing baked goods.
The brownies. Oh.
And then my sister inherited that, and her cakes are like fancy and crazy.
Man.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bread pudding too, like that kind of
very dessert.
Yeah. Everything has been like, this is definitely something you eat after dinner.
And it's got kind of like a holiday type dessert to it.
Yeah.
Like Thanksgiving, Christmas desserts.
But there's no baking spice.
No, it's not.
It's
not like the
like
nutmeg, cinnamon. It's more of just a reminiscent smell of holiday desserts. Yeah. Maybe just because the holidays are coming up, but
it's incredible.
It is. It's very good. So, what are you thinking as far as your score is?
As far as the nose, this is a 25 for me.
Yeah, I was going to put it at 23.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Is really good.
I often like very straightforward noses.
Right.
And this is that. It's just it's a lot, but it's one vein of flavors. It's not like, oh, I smell barrel and also this and also that, and it's very condensed into one thing, and I like that a lot.
It's desserts. Like I was just getting a little bit of crisp apple, like an apple pie apple.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Which it's just a very desserty
I feel like
nose.
if you were to say any dessert at all,
Yeah, you
you'd
could
be like,
pick it
yeah,
out.
no, that's definitely in there. Yeah,
that's in there.
absolutely.
All right, you ready going
I am. I'm excited about this
taste?
one.
See if the taste holds up to the aroma. Dark raisins, dark cherry, caramel, vanilla, sweetness. It's very in line with the nose.
It really is. Yeah. Yeah, that does not stray far at all.
Very dark, rich. I'm getting rye notes on this one, which I'm hoping there's rye in this one, unlike the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the rye stuff. That's incredible too. Man, what is this? Do you have any guesses as to what whiskey this is?
Not yet. Actually, now just going off of memory, I think the closest thing I can think of would be a Midwinter's Night Dram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that on the list?
It might be, it might not be.
I
might be throwing you off by just saying
You're the worst.
a random.
I was thinking blackened.
Yeah, Blackened's got the port finish.
Yeah.
So like the Wes Henderson.
That's what I think this is.
Right, a dark.
The Wes Henderson blackened.
Dark, heavy.
Just reminds me of Metallica.
It's really metal.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is an excellent pour.
Yeah.
Definitely something I'm enjoying a lot and could definitely see myself drinking in the next couple of weeks coming up.
Absolutely. I am... Man.
I'm going 21.
I went 20.
You went 20?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's got the dark, fruity, sweet flavors. It just dessert in a glass.
And something else that's real big for me is it's not too high proof. It's not like
the proof
I'm not killing myself drinking this.
If I was to take a guess, I'd say between 90 and 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 1 to 105 ish. But that's excellent.
It is. It's very good. You ready to figure out what it is?
I am. It's number 11.
Number 11. Guess what it is?
Wes Henderson blackened.
Nope.
What is it?
Midwinter.
Oh, is it?
Just like I said.
Nice.
So, moving on to the next two.
This is gonna hurt this one.
Yeah.
This is definitely gonna hurt this one.
So, we have this year's, which this is not this year's. What I poured was last year's because we haven't done the review on this one yet. But this is sitting at 98.6, if I did my very quick math right. So it's just under that 100.
Yeah.
I don't know if last
whiskey.
year's is the same.
You don't have it out
Probably. No, I don't. It's inside so that I can drink it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
It is. And it is a rye finished in port. So all those notes that we were getting,
we're good at this.
We were right on. Yeah, we have to make up a little bit for last time.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
It was.
So availability,
seasonal.
it's not for 70% of the year.
So when it comes in our area, you can find it.
Right.
It's seasonal.
Yeah.
You
So how do we score that?
You have 2 months of the year to find it.
Right. So the availability right now is going to be a 25, but
Right, because
2 months from now
we can find it. But yeah, as soon as you get into after the holidays, they start to thin out,
Yeah.
and then by spring, it's gone.
So for availability, I'm thinking of a very specific situation where I'm out of whiskey in the summer and I want this, and I say I really am craving Midwinter's Night Dram. Gotta wait.
Can't have it.
So I think I gotta put this pretty low.
I was thinking
But how
10.
low? I was thinking 10 as well.
Yeah.
I was thinking like
8
8
to
to
10.
11, 8 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah, because it being seasonal, you can't just go find it.
Right.
So, availability, what do you think? 8?
9.
9?
Yep, I'll give it that extra point.
I'm going 8. I'm going to take it
Yeah.
down that little notch.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a great idea to have a seasonal release on something like this. But in the same hand, like you said, you finish your bottle in the winter, and come summer, you're like, oh, you know what I could really go for right now? Midwinter's Night Dram. And you don't have any left?
Bummer.
SOL.
Yeah.
So, and then value, I think the value has been decreasing. It's great bourbon, but the price just keeps rising on it for the exact same product.
Yeah. And what did you get last year's for?
I think I got last year's for like 125, 130.
And what did you get this year's for?
150.
Yeah.
So it's a great bottle, and if you want to watch our review on this year's Midwinter's Night Dram, we will be kind of diving in deeper to whether that bourbon or this bourbon is kind of pricing itself out of the market and
doing a little bit of an A/B comparison.
Right, because if it ends up being the exact same as last year's, then is it really worth
I'd say
for that price?
If money wasn't so much of a thing, I would say if this year's is exactly this, I would be okay with spending $150 on a bottle. But I am very focused on budget. And
right.
I don't think I would ever buy a whiskey for $130.
Yeah, it always pains me to do it, which is why I don't do it very often. But yeah, it's low. I'm scoring this one very low again.
Yeah. I gave this one a 6.
I gave it a 10 because there are whiskeys out there with higher MSRPs. For instance, I saw in a store the other day a Wild Turkey's Generation, Master's Blend Generation, which is a $500 MSRP bottle.
Whoa. How much did you see it for?
$500.
Oh, okay.
It was for MSRP, but I was like, I don't think, like, even something as special as that, I've got a hard time justifying that on a bottle of alcohol.
Unless I win the lottery or come into some money, I'm not spending more than $80 on a bottle of whiskey.
I mean, $80 should be your ooh, this is a special bottle.
Right. I'm gonna savor this one.
But yeah, so that puts it down pretty low.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 60 even for me.
60 even for you, and a 62 for me.
Which,
so
better than Weller.
Right, which, for Weller, it did get a little bit of deductions, higher deductions for aroma and taste.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But then the value and the price kind of ended up the same as this.
Right, roughly in that ballpark.
Right. So that kind of concludes our day 4 of our 12 days of Christmas.
We've got 8 more.
Got 8 more. So stay tuned. Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of Midwinter's Night Dram.
Oh, yes.
Do you think it's overpriced and not worth picking up anymore? Let us know. We'll have a discussion about it. Thanks for watching.